Hello, and welcome back to Numenera. It's Chaotic Neutral Games, and those should have been the other way around. Welcome back to Chaotic Neutral Games. It's Numenera. It's been an evening. Various things are just falling apart in my house, so
we're here.
But we're
That's
here.
what's important.
Yes.
And not the latest we've ever been, I don't think. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. So I think
five of us have made it. Just the five of us.
just the five of us.
All five.
So I think before we go into any further explanations, let's roll the titles. And we're back. Last time, which was 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago. Some time ago. But immediately in in the world of Numenera, no time has passed, you were in the Violet Vale, this kind of demi-plane, this crack in dimensions that a woman called Lady Vice had found. Perhaps made larger, perhaps created. She was very adamant that she'd created it. You didn't believe her. But this area I keep wanting to say in the world. It's not in the world. Outside of your dimension, which had some interesting plants. These purple flowers which could teleport you around the place. And these yellow flowers that would make very loud noises, attracting the Pale Stalker, an extra-dimensional being that had got stuck half in this dimension and half not, slightly out of phase. So, so running from that, you found Lady Vice's tower, found your way inside, had a short discussion, and trapped her in a Ghostbusters trap.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yes, there was a scuffle, a confrontation, a brouhaha, which you all managed to escape from the tower with some notes, with Lady Vice in a trapped thing. Various people jumped out the window at various points. One of you went up, LJ playing Letty. There we are. I used the real name and not the character. Letty went up and looked through the lab, finding lots of little secrets and possibly a way out. Until you were all out of the tower, running away, turned a corner, and faced the Pale Stalker. At this point, you released the Lady Vice by basically smashing the trap on the side of like a rock, broke it open, released Lady Vice, and stole her cane, the cane which had control over her creations, these amalgamations of biological and technological machines. Using that stuff, you managed to control one of her creations, Fryn, with her giant red sword and red kind of almost beetle-like armor. And she, along with the rest of you, force off the Pale Stalker. Letty had grabbed a phase nodule and shoved it inside the Pale Stalker, pressed the button, and the Pale Stalker was brought into the same phase, allowing you to attack it properly. After defeating it, you brought the Lady Vice back to her own tower and negotiated. There were some quite tense negotiations because she just kind of wants to carry on doing whatever the fuck she wanted. You disagreed. Agreed that she'd made some great strides. She'd managed to create these bodies, I think is probably definitely a way you describe it, but she called them biological machines. Basically creations that are human but without the brain and with an interface that allows her to directly control the body. So it was an interesting ethical conundrum, which I think mostly you kind of said, yeah, we'll think about it later. Unless I'm wrong, you thought it was very cool, but also not sure whether it's unethical, as long as she isn't doing this to like people who were people before. I don't know.
I think we had differing ideas on it.
Yes.
A spectrum of opinions.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
Overall consensus, we were going to make it someone else's problem,
Yeah.
and then much easier to deal with because it's not us.
So Trenton led the negotiations and eventually decided that the work was too important and should be taken to a group with perhaps an ethics board who could think about this. Published under the Lady Vice's name. She agreed to have it published as long as her name was next to it. She was not happy about that.
Be middle author, be fine.
No, last.
Et al.
Yes.
She also agreed to fix her defenses so that no one accidentally got into the Violet Veil like you had.
Yeah, she was surprised that we'd actually got in here accidentally and we hadn't meant to trespass.
Yeah. So she was quite hostile with you because she assumed that you had intentionally found her. So was playing a hard bargain because she assumed you were playing dumb.
Obviously, if we knew about it, we would definitely have trespassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she didn't need to know that.
No. We hadn't, though. We were accidental.
Exactly. But she agreed to put her defences back up and to speak to some academics who might come and talk to her later if they could get inside. She never actually promised to let them in.
But I had her tablet with a lot of her works and a lot of her stuff.
Yes, you managed to get the vast majority of her of the actual pertinent work. Yeah. There were terabytes of diaries that you ignored, but probably wouldn't be up to terabytes unless someone has found a really inefficient way of storing words, which I wouldn't put it past anyone. Anyway, you grabbed the data, made that deal with Lady Vice, and went up to her lab to find this array of mirrors where you could see reflected the world you came from. And with a little insight from her own notes, you figured out how to turn it on. And so you all reflected back into the real world, for want of a better word, the dimension you all came from originally. And so you all find yourselves around a campfire. A campfire that was starting to go out. The morning had come, they had just made breakfast, and your friends had decided that it was time to start packing up. They'd waited a few days, and you hadn't come back. And so we're ready to move on, because you'll probably catch up. You've done it before. And so, I don't know why there's crickets. That should not be crickets. But there is at least a campfire. It is morning. And you step out into the campsite. Matilda looks up and says, "Oh, good to see you. Glad you made it back. Where'd you go?"
We went into another dimension. Really, we're just glad you're here and alive. Because, well, You might not have been.
No, that's a... I was about to say that's a reasonable thing to... Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Don't worry, yeah.
Nimchek stands up to their full height. They're around 7 feet tall plus the fin. And just hugs the nearest one of you. Just a little hug.
Aww.
It is good to see you, friends.
Is Philo about? I can smell breakfast, but I can't see a Philo.
Philo waddles round the corner, having cleaned his pans. Says, "Ah, good, you are back. It is good to see you all. I had very little doubt that you would not be back. I will make some extra breakfast because I was not sure you would be back today."
Cleege's going to rush Philo and give Philo a big hug.
Oh, you do not need to do that.
No, I thought, honestly, thought you got lost, possibly dead. So pleased to see you.
Anything
What for
other
breakfast?
than sandwiches?
Yeah, oh God, yes. I tell you what, sooner you get your cookbook published, the better the world will be for us.
Oh, was the food not up to scratch in where another dimension was that I heard?
A dimension that was mostly the food was mostly the meat of
Mush.
just printed meat from a horrible machine. It was no good, and I'm not happy about it. And please put something on for us.
I'm afraid we are a little short on meat, but I think we have some jerky left.
No meat, nothing, no anything but meat. I'm down for anything but more meat. That stuff was nasty. Can't think
And nothing
about
purple. Nothing purple.
Okay,
No,
we are
we've
doing.
definitely learned that purple things, all bad. All
it.
bad.
Really bad for you.
Well, that is, yeah. I don't think I have anything, but I will do porridge and eggs.
Ah, perfect.
And
I didn't even get a sandwich. That guy ate all our sandwiches. What did we do with him? Did we just leave him in there?
He ran off, didn't he?
I thought we brought him with us.
No, I think he came through, but then I think he ran off as soon as we came through the mirror.
So basically, he's come through and he kind of went sheepishly back into the camp, like the original camp that you found, to start picking at it and picking up stuff that might be useful. Being very careful not to touch any of the purple flowers again.
We will absolutely want everybody
everyone should
to
probably
avoid
avoid
that
those. Anything interesting happened while we were gone?
No, nothing particularly interesting. I'll be honest, it was deathly dull.
Aww.
Matilda says, blessedly so.
Matilda, how long do we have before we leave? 'Cause I'm sure you have a plan.
Right, we're not yet behind schedule. I've learnt to factor in time for you lot. But the time factored in for you lot turns out was pretty accurate. So I'd like to be away today if we can be.
I don't think we have any reason to stick around.
No, I think we can move on.
Weren't we meant to be doing something?
We were looking for the Silver Star, weren't we?
Oh yes. Have you still got the messages?
Yeah,
Well,
I do.
Didn't we all have one?
The official letter from Lord Asdrin.
No, because the one I opened went. Psst.
Oh yeah.
We're looking for Cinta, aren't we?
Mm.
But we don't know if Cinta was in.
I didn't see any trace of anyone in there, but it was a weird little place.
I will remind you of a natural one.
Yeah.
So, GM intrusion, you are not going to find out where Cinta is.
Okay.
At least not without a lot of work.
I think maybe we just keep moving forward, and worst comes to worst, well, nothing really happens, and we just leave them be. I mean, either they're dead or they're very happy not having us intrude on their lives, probably.
That seems wise.
Huh. Can
Are
someone
you
write
alright,
that down?
Mazia?
I don't feel
A
comfortable.
recording of that. I'd like to save it, please.
Don't feel comfortable at all. You know, I don't know what Lady Weiss did to us. Just something about her. I've just felt off in the last couple of...
Sorry,
I mean, how long have we been gone?
you met a lady, did you?
Well,
Oh, self-titled lady, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, never mind then.
Oh,
Incredibly
actually,
arrogant.
Matilda, you might want to just note this place down.
Right. Why?
It's likely that some scholars are going to want to come to this area at some point, and I'm probably guessing you're going to be the only one who actually knows technically where this is, so...
Right. She turns to Alia, who throws her brow for a second, then realizes and goes and gets her materials and updates her map.
I might go and I'll go with Alia, and I'm gonna try and sort of describe the sort of other dimensions, like the places where like the location of the tower is. You know, we got a pretty good view when we were anti-gravity people.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and sort of give a brief layout to her and
The notable places of Campsite, Big Hole, and Wizard's Tower.
Yeah. Important things to note on a map.
and don't
Especially
touch
the big hole.
flowers.
And the purple flowers.
I think probably just says that at the bottom of the map. It just says, don't touch the purple. Trees crossed out, flowers crossed out, crossed out, things after it.
Yeah, I need to put something in the good that's purple just to trip you up.
No purple. No purple.
We will never touch it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can travel on, I guess. So,
We'll at least stop for your breakfast if you haven't had anything to eat. When's the last time you
I'm not
slept?
joking. I didn't have a sandwich once because first of all, like, people were like, you got to leave the tower, then we got to go back to the tower, and like that chap had all our sandwiches.
Did eat
And I know it was
very good, but did eat
yes.
a lot of them.
I think I
Also,
had
there
some-
was no day and no night in there, so that was quite confusing.
Oh yeah. So how long exactly have we been gone?
So you disappeared an evening 3 days ago. So
Oh.
we've stayed here 2 nights.
Oh. Could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been much worse. Could have not fit with my extra plan.
Really, it's very
Yes.
clever you to have budgeted that at all.
Thank you very much. Question. Has this improved our material situation somewhat?
No.
Right.
It might
So-
have improved the future prospects, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She may or may not be a scientist of some note
Right.
or not.
Right.
But there's definitely going to be some people who are going to want to talk to her. And since it's in the middle of... I'm going strongly here with nowhere. In fact, arse end of nowhere, I think, probably counts. Then, yeah, you're going to have to guide people back. Maybe a nice map.
Yeah.
Charge a decent fee for it. Matilda, can I ask a question?
Yeah?
What do you do with all this money you earn?
Make more? Feed us? Comfort? Interesting
Right.
things? Life? Life
Right,
costs
but
money.
I mean, yes, indeed. But like, do you not ever want to stop the travelling?
No? At some point it'd be nice to not have to do all the bloody trading along the way, but no, keep travelling.
Anyway, breakfast. I heard breakfast was mentioned.
Philo says, 30 more seconds and you shall have perfect eggs. And he will... he will pass out some bowls of porridge with a fried egg on top of each. Kind of... I imagine it as like kind of a congee rice porridge-y thing. Mostly because I've been reading The Poppy War, and that has very good descriptions of food in it.
Congee is delicious, and all I can think about right now.
Never actually had it in real life. I've only read other people talk about how good it is. Anyway, breakfast is delicious as usual. Plain, but beautiful in its simplicity. You know, it's Philo. He's very good at what he does. And while you're eating, the tents are packed up. The fire is stamped out, and Grodon kind of sheepishly wanders up. I'm not. I think you're probably going the same direction as me.
I think probably, no matter which direction, you're probably going to want to come with us anyway. So...
You might have to have a word with Mavis and make your own contract. Because, and she's over there, that one with the or if there's got like auburn hair.
Right.
I'll point up. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll point in the direction and say, Mavis is the person you want to talk to. She wants to make a contract. You've got to pull your own weight around here, but you should be able to. You're a strapping man full of sandwiches. You'll be able to figure out some kind of skills that'll pull your weight.
Right. You can see he's pulled basically the remains of the camp together. He's like wrapped up the tents that were still intact and put a couple of bags together. So there's a small pile of basically an entire camp. He won't be able to carry it all himself. So he wanders over to the figure you pointed out, and you get a very sharp stare from...
Immediately.
Everyone else notices the very sharp stare going to Trenton from Matilda.
But I take like 3 steps and I'm like, oh, Matilda. Carrying anyway.
Yep. Apparently steel drum playing as you step away.
Amazing.
From your light up shoes. They do light up as well, don't they?
They do.
They do. Yes. And yeah, you can hear some discussions happening while the rest of the camp gets packed up.
Philo.
Yes.
That's the sandwich eater. I want you to keep a close eye on them.
Okay.
Make sure they don't be taking more than they should if they have permission to eat.
Right. Of course, yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Philo will nod and look slightly confused at the prospect of not giving someone food. And yeah, packs up. The caravan gets moving pretty shortly afterwards. Once you've all eaten and once everything's packed back up on the caravan itself, and the hovering plates underneath the caravan fire up, and you start moving along the... Wow, I'm just losing sentences halfway through. Moving along
Blackriar?
the pass. Cedrin's Pass. Between... Cedrin's Pass through the Black Riage.
It is definitely nap time though, because I sleep, and I need to sleep.
Yes.
Before stats.
Yes. So most of you, well, everyone is allowed to basically get on a caravan and nap along the way,
He's
including
got dibs on the caravan roof as normal.
yes, yeah, including Grodon. Grodon has been allowed to travel with you shortly, whatever agreement has been made. Seems to have worked out for him. He loaded a lot of his stuff basically onto the back of one of the caravans, ready to take off very quickly.
Do we like Grodon? Do we care about Grodon? I don't really care about Grodon.
We don't really
Yeah, my
care about him.
sandwiches.
Like, we're not going to leave him behind.
No,
my
exactly.
sandwiches.
I know, but I just,
We're not going to adopt him.
exactly.
My sandwiches.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
people are
he
just
wasn't-
people and not
that
pets.
So, okay, good. Just checking. I didn't want to have just like fobbed him off and then go, oh no, this guy's nice. But no, it's okay.
He literally sat in the corner, ate our sandwiches, and did nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
He contributed nothing. He was no help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I probably said last time, more of a Kyogre fan.
It's a mush sandwich.
That's
Ate
a
us.
reference I recognise, but I don't understand like the core of.
Pokemon Ruby Sapphire.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I got
it's
as far as a
Pokemon.
Ruby Sapphire. Never played those ones. I did Leaf Green and Diamond.
Right, but that was one for all the Pokeheads out there.
Hey.
Not even that funny.
We spent probably far too long on it. The caravan moves along. Through
I'm
the
going to
pass.
sit. Cleetu's going to sit next to Nimchek.
Sure, yeah.
So how you?
I am good. Yes, I am slow today.
I was going to ask, is it brain or body day today? But I guess it's body.
It is a body day. We were staying still for a while, and I had a brain day, and then I had a body day as we needed to pack everything up and put it in the cart. So body day is a good day to put things in the cart. Yes.
Coming to the end of this journey, right?
Well, it will move a lot faster when we are in the steadfast. Yes.
Right. And how far is the journey for you from the steadfast?
Well, when I get a key, I will get a berth on a boat south, and then across Scorpion's Reach. It should be not too hard. A simple jaunt, shall we say? It should be easy to jump on another caravan. I know Matilda is planning for her family to stay in Key for a little while longer than I would like, and I believe they are heading north afterwards, up to the Navarine.
Ah, right.
Great many merchants up there.
Of course. That's where Matilda would go. So, how long has it been since you were home?
It has been a long time. It has been over a year, definitely. But I think longer. I don't know. I lost count. I cannot actually remember the last time I was at home. It was I was not in a good state of mind last time I was at home. I wasn't really thinking too much about the date.
Ah, yes. And going home now, you'll be in a better state of mind?
I am definitely in a better state of mind. A walk always does that for me, and it has been a walk. It has been a hell of a walk.
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully, I can. Solve the root cause of the problem.
The root cause?
Yes, the reason I had to leave.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. No. I knew you were. I thought you were just transporting something back home.
You see him falter at this point, realizing something. Yes, it is something that needed to be at home. To solve the. Well, I left to get this thing. And so I am coming back. Much like you. You are bringing a thing back to home, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, it seems so long ago since we...
Time is
Wow.
a strange way of bending in the beyond, does it not? Moments can feel like weeks, and weeks can feel like moments.
Yes, like... Especially when you go into places like the data sphere. I felt like we spent weeks in there and barely minutes, or...
I've barely been watching, honestly. From the outside, it's very strange. You come out with all sorts of weird stories. It is too much for me.
So, it's not typical then,
What is not typical?
that you end up having to do so many detours and so much stuff happens on these journeys.
Well, I wouldn't say a journey through the beyond is ever typical. There's always something interesting going on, but you can try and ignore most of the stuff and carry on with your journey and make time, or you can engage with it and have more stories to tell and more kind of glances over to the front cart where Matilda's sitting, and more profits to be made. There's more profit to be made in engaging with things than not.
Yes. Profit wasn't... Never mind.
No, you are adventure people. You are looking for adventure, interesting things along the way. You don't want to be bored on the way home. I get it.
No, not... I don't know. I don't know, Nimchat. I just don't know how I've ended up here. It just seems... weird.
Has it changed your view on anything? Have you, has the walk cleared your mind? As it has mine?
Honestly, I feel more confused than ever, and...
What do you need? It's a nice long walk.
Oh, Nimchek. Maybe. I'll leave you be. I probably should get some rest.
You get some shut eye. I will be quiet for you.
No. I'll wander back a bit. I just need to make sure that, you know, the Kleeju really is trying to think of a different word other than children at the moment. The
crew.
Others, yes. I must make sure that they're okay. You know what they're like. Sometimes they get a little bit boisterous.
Yes, and I know what you like too. So.
Yes, I will see you later. It's nice talking to you.
Yeah, he will give you a little salute, and he wouldn't salute. That's an Ed thing. He would definitely just wave. Where is everyone in the caravan at the moment? So we've got 3 caravans, each with 2 Caliptor pulling them. Where is everyone?
I think Trenton over the last few weeks is getting definitely a lot more interested in the adventure side of things. I think he's definitely picked up on taking like Mazir's cue quite a lot and just being a little bit more, life is for living, let's go and try stuff.
Gung-ho.
So Trenton's probably sitting at the front of one of the caravans, keeping a watch out for things. Would have had a sleep, would be absolutely knackered by the time, we started rolling. But yeah, after a while, just curious, looking out, looking for the next really fucking weird place. He's quite enjoying it. And yeah, just quite happy to take in a view of a place that he's never really been before. Even though he's from Navarine, but he's never really been, outside of it.
Yeah.
Even though he's kind of south of it.
I will say, the view isn't great. It is a cut pass through a like this black mountain range, so it's lots of black stone and black shale underneath, and the only view you really get is the sky above. Some of the rock formations are kind of interesting. The way they've been cut, it's definitely like multiple strokes. It looks more like an axe cutting down a tree, more so than like something boring through the mountain or a natural pass. It's definitely been created, this pass.
Okay, cool.
Where is Mazir?
Mazir's definitely in one of the sort of caravans, and I sort of picture it that she's like got a sort of mini corner, and she's just hung up like a bit of cloth or something to like corner it off. And inside you sort of like push the curtain, she's just sitting there, and she's just got this like weird rock collection, and like she's just, sometimes they're rocks, bits of sort of like the type of thing like when you're on the beach and you pick up sort of sea glass. It's that sort of thing, like anything interesting that she is like, she's just picked it up and she's pocketed it. And then you sort of open up the curtain and she's sitting in there and she's just lighting up different like objects and stuff by touching them. And she's got a couple of mirrors and stuff, and so all the light sort of bounces off, and it's just this weird sort of disco effect and stuff, and she's just sort of sitting there, and she's staring upwards, like eyes wide open, no recollection. She doesn't see you coming in, she's just sitting there staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, Alia is basically in the other corner on top of a pile of stuff lying like forward, sketching, and occasionally like looking over the little curtain to see if you've done anything interesting, and then going back to her sketches.
At the moment, I definitely have not. Sometimes I think Mazir, like if she knows Alia's there, she'll like move the lights so they sort of shine messages or like patterns and stuff for her to. And I think Mazir knows some sort of like cryptography and that sort of thing, so she like does little messages and stuff. At the moment, she's just too tired.
Mostly it's just companionable silence. You're quite happy being alone together, And what is Letty up to? Other than being on top of a caravan.
I think she's been on top of the caravan, she's had a nap, and I think she's come down to wherever Philo is, I think. I don't know that this is like a scene or anything, but it's just like a nice time where Philo's not up to much. It's just a case of like sitting, maybe playing like a board game, like a counters game or like a game of cards, just in a companionable. She's not cheating.
Yeah. Merrin joins in.
Yes, I picture like three-way chess, so it's like a triangle board or something. That they're just kind of like discussing, like, shall we wake up Mazir, like, and then Merrin sort of toddles up, and we're like, right, and Lizzie knows the hand singles, so she can, yeah.
I really like the idea of three-way chess. It's just a normal game here. Like, it's not some weird, like, three-way chess is the normal version.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. And you catch Merrin actually a couple of times trying to pull a fast one. There's a couple of like moments where he moves something and he moves it back, but when you do, you see the thing that was under his arm is not where it was when you last left.
If he does a bad job, Letty stops him. If he does quite good, she's like, "All right, I'll let him have that one."
There's
wasn't
a
too
couple
bad
of
for a
decent ones.
10-year-old.
Couple of decent ones.
Nice. Sorry, Rox.
I was going to say, does Letty call him out on it? So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. So you're not getting your 10 hours. Not quite yet. So you can use all of your rests up to your 10-hour rest, but you cannot use your 10-hour rest currently.
Okay.
Because, Trenton, please take an experience and give one to somebody else.
Oh
Sure. I'll give one to Clegy this time.
no. Ooh.
Yeah, just because Clegy was coming back to try and find us and see what we were up to. So Clegy would have been doing the rounds. So Clegy is most likely to be involved in whatever shenanigans is going to happen now.
I'm being nice. I'm going to allow you to make a roll for this. So please give me some kind of perception.
I am
Keeping an
trained
eye
in
on.
perception.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ed, can I just quickly say, what do I roll? I can't remember. What do I roll for recovery?
A d6 plus your tier. So I think you're all tier 5 now?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
so
the big
d6
guns.
plus 5 for every recovery roll.
Okay, so it's rolling a d20 and I have perception. I guess I can't put effort into this because I don't really know what it is.
No, I don't think so in this case. Yeah.
18.
Oh, damn. So yeah, you notice, as you get up to it, these circles scribed in the wall. They look like hairline cracks in the shape of a perfect circle. And you look opposite, and it looks like an impact in exactly the same shape.
I shout stop immediately.
Yep, everyone stops, and the trap that you would have walked into activates. A huge basically pillar of stone pulls out of the wall and blocks your way, and one further up you hear. So it would have been in front and behind of you, but it's just in front of you, and you see on all sides of the pass people creeping forward with various weapons, hodgepodge of things, some spears, some bows and arrows, some kind of raycaster thing, bits of Numenera that you don't know what they do.
If Mazia sort of keeps out the caravan, I presume this sort of woke her up, the sort of stopping of the caravan. Does it look like these people are a group? Like, are they wearing an insignia or anything?
You give me a perception as well, please.
What's that?
20.
This one.
Yeah.
And we get to introduce our dice roller for today.
Oh, great! He's fired. Absolutely fired.
One.
No. Nice.
Yes!
Brilliant.
Oh, well, that's a 7.
No, that's a 1. That's a 7.
Done.
Let's try.
Very
Well
nice.
done. This is why you're here.
I don't know what to do with the 1 on this, though. No, I know what to do with the 1. You misidentify them. Who do you misidentify them as?
Silver Sun.
Golden Sun.
What are they wearing? And I'll
So-
make up.
They are wearing a silver star.
Well, they're definitely not the Silver Stars.
Absolutely not.
That would be.
Cherubs.
You know what? I'm pretty sure they're a religious sect.
Right.
I think I've seen this before.
Yeah.
And they are definitely not good guys. And I will warn everyone. And I will say they will take your freedom. They are slave traders.
Damn.
They will try and enslave you to serve their weird slave god or something.
Sure.
Yeah, I've read about them in my books. She
Yeah.
hasn't. That's the problem, because she hasn't. There was a picture of a star, and I think that's probably all that Mazia read. So
There is a published Numenera adventure called Slaves of the Machine God. So there you go.
slaves and yeah, that's exactly it.
Sure, yeah. So you alert everyone around you to this. how does everyone react? Because you can see they're creeping forward and trying to get behind the carts.
Oh, okay, so our cart's gone here, and then the barriers have gone shum.
Yes.
And then they're coming like down the.
Yeah, they're not coming down yet, but they are moving along the top of the ridge to try and get behind you.
How high is the ridge?
It's very high. It's probably like a long distance or more in most places.
Okay. So they're likely to like chuck stuff or throw stuff or shoot stuff rather than coming down and jumping up. Okay.
Yeah, it's more likely that, you reckon.
Okay.
Right. So how many are there?
There are maybe 24, you count.
Oh wow.
There's, not an insignificant amount of them.
Slavers.
Well, Letty's gonna push Merrin back into the wagon for a start.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout.
And then look at Philo. I think she's gonna look at Philo and then bundle him in as well.
Yeah.
By this point, Kleegi, when Kleegi left Nimchak, he said he was going to check on the others. He didn't. He sort of just let the caravan sort of carry on forward, and so he's sort of strolling behind, actually, sort of thoughtfully. So it's not terribly aware of what's just happened, but has just seen everything. Like he really is like in a different world, and has just seen the. What have you guys done?
They're slavers. We should panic.
What?
I'm shouting ambush. And
What?
Okay.
What? Oh God! What are you guys up to now? Can we not just have one journey when you're not like pulling pranks or joking or just like? Why? Why is the caravan? That Matilda's gonna have a go at me again.
Luigi. Izzy is gonna
What?
sort of like run up and just like move his head like upwards.
Oh. Ambush?
They
I'm
don't
going
seem
to
to
get
sorry.
into a wagon so that my head is covered.
Yeah.
Basically,
Excellent.
take some cover. Or not. I'm actually going to leave the caravan and try and take some cover under rocks if there are any. If there's any. I don't know what the terrain is like.
It's a valley shaped like this.
Okay, so there's no
No
real
cover.
Not really, no.
Okay. In
The
that
cover
case,
is the caravans.
Plan A back under the wagon.
Yeah.
Inside the wagon.
You can see they don't seem to be aggressing. They're not attacking straight away. They're very cautiously moving, very almost practiced. And you can see ahead where you heard the second thump. You can see a figure abseiling down. Far ahead of you.
Do we have any idea who these people are?
Yep. They're slavers for the machine god.
Oh, God. There's a machine god too? Is this different to the giant and the data sphere? Is it different to your god in the data sphere?
Yes.
Is
He's
it
not good.
Is it an ally or an enemy of your god in the data sphere?
Well, unless you like being enslaved, pretty much an enemy of everyone.
A rope is thrown down near the back of your caravan, so probably nearest
Can I
Kleegi.
just walk up to it and just burn it? I'm just gonna sort of grab hold of it and try and.
Yeah, I'm going to ask for a speed roll because Grodon is making a beeline for it.
Does he look pleased?
He looks focused. Give me a speed roll. You're going to have to beat him to it.
20.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, that's why I have 2.
That one is a 7.
Okay, that is a 7. That's
I'm getting better.
But I have got. I will put in. I've got a free edge for a 3 point of effort for that.
Okay, 3 point of effort. So that would beat. Grodon is difficulty 3, so you need to put in 9. Only with that effort, it's a 2. You need to beat 6. You've rolled a 7. Success. We're playing Numenera. I've remembered the system.
Hey.
So yeah, you reach it just before him, and the bottom of the rope crumbles away, and he kind of stops stock still. He's got a rucksack on, and one of the weapons, one of the spears strapped to the side. A roll, like a bedroll strapped underneath. He's ready to go.
Does he look like he's ready to go with them?
That seems to be where he was going.
He's one of them!
They've all got big silver stars on them. Are we sure they're slavers?
Pretty sure.
Go.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
They look like slavers. Yeah, definitely slavers.
Just look in your book. Yep, the slavers. I want to run up to the first stone pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Given that they're not shooting things or throwing things, I'm going to run up and I'm going to touch the pillar.
There's a shout of, hey, don't touch that, from up near the top.
I'm going to touch it anyway.
Okay.
And I'm going to use reshape. And you see that I changed the ports in my neck.
Mm-hmm.
I touched the pads on my wrist, and I touched it to the stone, and I use reshape, and I can reshape matter within short range in an area of no larger than 1.5 meter cube, basically to crack the pillar into.
Very nice. I like it.
It's completely I'm not really directing the shaping. It's just
you're shaping it in a particular way to put some stress in the middle, which is overcome by the weight of it, and it very much cracks in two and falls into the. Actually, no, only one side falls down. The side that was pulled, the side like the face you saw, is stuck to the wall significantly. So,
okay.
I would like you to make a might roll as someone from above shoots something at you.
Ah, bastards. That's a 2.
That's a 2. You fall to the ground covered in this kind of electric net. Someone had a raycaster or something from above. And
one of those.
Caught you and kind of not like paralyzing, but very mildly. But the net is the thing that's keeping you still, mostly.
Okay.
So you are on the ground at the front.
So Mazir's at the back, having just burnt a rope, and that's where Grodan is.
Yep.
Who was the person who tossed down the rope? Can I see that person?
Yeah, you can see them. They are wearing pretty much the same thing as Grodan, this kind of cobbled together thing with the silver star.
Slaving outfits, then.
Yeah.
Slaving outfits, of course.
And then can I see like, do I have view of what happened, like the person who just did that to Trenton?
I would say you probably wouldn't see Trenton, but you'd see the thing crack and you'd see something shoot, and you'd probably hear Trenton cry out in some kind of distress. I would assume.
About how far above us are they?
So a long distance is probably like the very edge, so you can catch them at the very edge.
Okay. And what is behind them? Are they on like a little shelf, or?
Yeah. So this particular area, it seems like you're at the highest point of the pass. So there's a little bit of a fall away, and then the mountains start to go up again. So they've got
Right.
a little shelf and a little dip where they can hide away from the road.
Excellent. So it's long distance. So if I use some effort, I'm going to increase the distance I can travel, which will increase it by another 100 feet.
Yep.
So I'm going to jaunt myself, instantaneously teleport myself to be like. Is there anyone who obviously looked like a leader, just from a quick eyeball on the ground? Anyone
No.
in the gold star or anything like that? No.
No.
Okay, fine. I'm going to go next to the person then that
Two
threw the
silver
rope down.
stars.
Is there a range of stars? Yeah, I'm going to go jaunt for that person, please.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I think at this point we're going to have to go into some kind of initiative.
I thought you might.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah, let's get some speed rolls for initiative, just to make sure everyone gets to go. And I get to get my notebook out.
I forgot. Jaunt, I don't have to roll for, do I?
No,
Just-
that one just happens.
Just does it.
Yeah. So I'm allowing this before we go into initiative. So if you roll
Yeah.
high on initiative, you can get a go again.
Oh, I forgot I got extra edge. Whoa! Big points.
Nice.
Big prizes.
Right. Big prizes. I'm going to put a level of effort into my initiative, and I have my. Do you know what? At some point, I should remember to do my flex skill.
Yeah, probably.
I have not changed it. Actually, it's still good. It'll still work.
Okay.
I love that it's your
have-
most basic class skill, and you've used it, I think, 3 times.
Right at the beginning when you had nothing else, and then you've just sort of moved on.
Well, my flex skill. No, I do write it each time. It just never is useful because I always shoot. Is never useful.
Yeah.
Hence, it's been acrobatics for about 5 weeks. Initiative, I am trained in as well.
Nice. So you're trying to beat a difficulty 4.
Well, I put in I got a 2, and I put in 2 levels effectively. So.
So 4, 3, 2, 6. You still fail. You are after the silver star.
Damn it.
Is initiative speed, or is it?
It
its
is
own-
speed. Yes.
Right, I have a free level of effort, and
Lovely.
I got an 11.
At 11, you have beat them.
Letty got a
I think I got a
15.
Letty got a 15, and Trenton got a 6. Was that I heard?
I am in a net.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, Letty and Mazia get to react first.
I don't have a gun. But what I do have is Mazir is pretty sure. Like, she's pretty sure that she saw Letty go invisible. And Mazir is pretty convinced that she can find a way to do that. So Mazir would like to she's thinking about how Letty does it, and she sort of like thinks about it, and she's like, no, this isn't gonna work. And she's like, oh no, I'll just do it this way, and just sort of bends the light around her.
Okay.
And I would like to be invisible, please.
Cool.
I'm assuming this is a new class feature that I haven't read. You're not just bullshitting me.
It's exactly the same as Letty's. It is in fact just invisibility. It lasts for 10 minutes. I'm specialised in stealth and speed defense, and it ends if I do something to reveal myself, which is, I'm pretty sure, the exact same ability that Letty has.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
I
yep.
like that we've come at it from similar but different angles. That's really fun.
I like it. Yes, so you look around and Mazir is not there anymore. And neither is Cleege, actually. If I'm correct, Cleege's teleport works like Cleege goes into like the blind spot, and then you look and Cleege's just not there again.
Yeah.
Letty, what are you up to?
Well, considering 2 people have just vanished, Letty is actually going to make herself as obvious as possible. She's going to fly straight up to their sort of level, and using her flight-like skill,
Yes, indeed.
move, esotery. There we go. So I can fly through the air for 1 hour. And I could make other people fly, but the goal of this is to sort of take the heat off whatever the hell her companions are doing, and of her friend who is apparently just in a net. Yeah, so this is, her goal is to just sort of draw attention, like it's misdirection, and be as obvious and dramatic as possible, essentially. So she's like flying straight up. Her clothes
absolutely.
are billowing around her.
You can see
Yeah.
some of these ranged weapons start being trained on you, including the one you saw shoot down to Trenton. But they don't actually make any move to attack you immediately. What you do see is the one that was that had abseiled down, like way up the thing. Now you're high enough, you can see the two pillars of stone, one now cracked. The far pillar retracts, and the person at the bottom grabs the whatever the thing was buried in the wall and chucks it up to the person standing at the top, and there is a whole relay line. They chuck it along until they are they have the thing behind the caravan. Seems like they're probably going to set it up there, but they don't get to do that this turn. Clegy and Trenton. Actually, no, the caravan lot get to go now. Everyone in the caravan. So Matilda is actually going to basically storm out and storm to Grodon and start basically berating him.
Excellent.
Embarrass the boy.
Yeah. Nimchek is gonna basically get out and be visible, and everyone else is going to hide. It's what they do. They are not fighters. In fact, they hired you for that. And then it's Clegy and Trenton. This argument between Matilda and Grodon getting louder and louder and louder about their deal.
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, I'm in that. It makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so Clegy, oh god, speech, Helen. Clegy would have actually jaunted behind the person who threw down the rope.
Yep.
And we'll just go tap, tap, tap.
We'll turn around to face you. It's a woman with kind of buzzed hair and kind of neck tattoo going down under her, basic militaristic tunic.
Right. What are you up to?
Shit. And she goes to punch you in the face. She's already taken a turn, so she can't actually do that, but she's just going to straight up try and punch you in the face.
Okay, how many people are within, I don't know, like 5-10 foot of me, 10 meters, whatever the bloody distance is in this game?
So within a short distance, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the only way I think about in these games. I don't think about real distances. Short distance, there's maybe 4.
Excellent. I would like to captivate them, please.
Yes.
So, my words will keep the attention of all NPCs that hear them for as long as I speak. Please don't make me speak for ages.
Okay.
Okay. In either case, you choose which NPCs are affected. If anyone in the crowd is attacked while you're trying to speak to them, you lose the crowd's attention. So anyone in the crowd who is attacked. Okay? It takes an action to initiate.
Okay. Yeah, I would like you to take an experience point as this happens, though,
Right.
and give one to somebody else. I was going to roll for this, but then I realised Numenera does GM intrusions instead of GM making luck rolls, so I get to decide before things happen.
Letty, please take that XP and make
Thank
good.
you, darling.
Because the one person who isn't in your range is the one with the object that made the stone pillar come out the wall They
Yeah.
are slightly too far away. So you managed to capture
Too far away. Which direction?
further behind the caravan.
Okay, I thought we were at the end of the caravan.
Yes,
Where
but they spread out to get behind the caravan and further.
Oh, okay, I get. Yeah, okay, got you. Yeah.
And they basically chucked this thing along to get it to that end, and they spent their whole turn doing that. So
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So Clegy will, in a very, he's a bit pissed off. All right.
yeah,
So he will start lecturing them about the difficulties of slavery in this ninth world, and basically start discussing pros and cons of slavery, the ethics behind slavery. He will drone on, okay? So it will captivate the four who...
and they're
next
mostly captivated because they're arguing that they're not slavers, and they're very confused as to why you brought this up. And there's like a full discussion going on.
He's bringing in machine gods, he's bringing in data
Machine
sig.
gods? No, we just want to stop you if you've got anything.
He's just on a full, like...
Yeah.
I love you got Matilda down the bottom berating this guy. You've got you up the top berating a small crowd of bandits.
Yeah, I mean, why not? There's an ability in the Star Wars RPG that's very similar, and I had a protocol droid that could do it as well. So it was inflicting strain on people by just shouting at them a bit.
Incredible.
But yes, Trenton, you can hear these arguments start up at the back of the caravan as you are stuck in a net.
I'm going to try and get out of a net.
Absolutely, you can spend your action to do that, or if you have anything smarter.
I'm trained in getting out of a net.
Are you? Is that your flex skill today?
I will spend my turn getting out of a net.
Fair enough.
Is it electric? Is it not causing me damage?
No, it is causing you paralysis, which is going to make it harder, basically.
Oh, okay.
So it is a difficulty 5 total.
Is there
Might roll.
anything you can do to, like, counteract the electricity?
If you want to try counteracting the electricity, that'll take a
Yeah,
couple
I was going to do that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Clegy would love to give you good advice, but he's mid-lecture about slavery and machine gods at the moment, so not in a
I
position.
can actually, I will do. I'm going to spend 3 intellect points because this will be my action.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm going to do that.
I will say, the electricity is currently making it 2 levels harder to escape.
Yeah, but I'm weak as fuck, so I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to spend 3 intellect points to do energy protection, which means I can choose a discrete type of energy that I have experience with, sonic electricity. I gain plus 10 armor against that type of energy for 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll absolutely allow that to negate the paralysis. That's great. What does this look like? I don't think we've seen you do this before.
And it almost like I change it so that it basically charges my batteries instead.
Nice. You just open up the ports and
Precisely.
you can see the little sparks flowing along conduits along your body into these ports. That's great. I love that.
And then next turn, I will try and escape.
Lovely. Letty and Mazia.
I would like to help Trenton escape the net. Oh no, he's right at the front of the caravan, isn't he?
He is right at the front, yes, and you are right at the back.
Yeah. So how high up is the guy holding the? What is it exactly that he's holding that I think is gonna the device thing that did the?
Yeah. So basically, you heard the stone thing go back into the wall, and then you saw this device kind of passed along. So it's something like this big, maybe.
How high up is that?
So he's right at the top, so it's further than a long distance because it's a long distance up and then like a short distance across.
And could I see one of those things on this side of on the sort of one that's already in the wall?
You can't see one, but you can presume there probably is one behind the bit that is currently still stuck to the wall. So this pillar is now like that, and this half is stuck to the wall.
I am thinking about what to do. Letty, do you want to go while I think? In case you have
Well-
any good ideas.
Well,
Can I-
my
sorry.
idea is a.
Sorry, can I just clarify something? So I'm confused. So what they've done, just to explain the pillar a bit again.
Yes. So there is a device in the wall that, when activated, pulls a cylinder of stone out of the opposite wall and sticks it basically to the bit of wall.
Right.
Trenton has used something to crack this stone pillar, so half of it has fallen, but the half is still stuck to the wall.
Okay, so it's like creating a little bridge across the actual U of the valley.
Not a bridge, a block. So it's down at your level. That's why they had to abseil down to collect the thing.
Oh, okay, got you. Right, thank you.
They just want to trap us so that our caravan can't move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Letty's plan is a plan that would probably escalate things.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So if you have plans that you'd like to do in lieu of her exploding a bunch of people, get that plan in now.
No, you explode people first, and then...
Cool. Letty has an ability called Flash, which is you create an explosion of energy at a point within close range, affecting an area up to immediate range from that point. It's like it inflicts 2 points of damage to all creatures or objects within the area. I think she's gonna apply a few extra levels of effort to sort of. Yeah, if I increase the damage, it's like auto damage on a group. But could I expend effort to make it bigger, or is that something that I can't do?
Unless it says otherwise, that's not a thing you can normally
okay.
do.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think she's gonna pick a target and start just absolutely just fractalizing the gravitational field around them in ways that are unpleasant and bright to look at.
Sure.
So I'm gonna put in 4 levels of effort.
Okay. Everyone around is a level 4, so you hit them automatically.
Oh no. Okay. Well, those levels of effort were towards damage.
Oh, right. Okay. In that case, it still needs a roll, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. They are
And
level 4.
what do I need to get? Okay, they're level 4, so I need to get
12 or more, unless you have
Okay.
any skills in this. I can't remember. Who has
I
skills in
do
what
not. Most of my skills are not direct attacking.
Yeah, fair enough.
I might put one of those levels of effort into.
You can
so it's 3
choose
levels of.
either or.
Oh, I can't mix and match.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna get a 12 or higher.
Yeah.
You know,
It's perfectly reasonable.
20.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yes. Okay.
So that is either for extra damage or a major effect.
I'll go for a major effect.
Yeah. What happens? What makes this particularly effective, and what does it
Avalanche.
mean for the rest of the battle?
Yeah, I was gonna say the wall of the Riage cracks.
Okay. Okay. Major effects are generally good, and the way I'm imagining it, you're basically in the middle of the caravan, right? Above. So if you crack the Riage wall there, it's probably going to fall on the caravan. I would suggest maybe not quite that, or if you can think of a way that it wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it would be something that like people sort of start getting thrown off, like a group. It just sort of either throws a few people off the top, or I don't know.
Yeah, you know what, actually, there is a way this can work. If it's slate-like, kind of a sheet falls and just like basically leans against the cavern wall. A significant chunk of it has fallen off the top. So yeah, let's go for that. So your flash goes off this huge bright. It's not bright, is it? It's
I think this is something that it's gotten brighter as I've learned a few things from Mizia, and
Yeah.
now it's sort of just like a prism. It's like rainbow-like in quality.
Yeah.
It's like oil on water.
And it's weirdly quiet until you hear the cracking of the stone, and this, loads of them fall down. You've done enough damage to kill those ones, and you put like 4 levels of effort
I put
into
quite
damage.
a lot of effort into that.
Yeah, that's like 8 extra damage, I think. Anyway, the side slides down, and a significant chunk falls down, and a few of them are knocked off their feet as that happens. You've definitely scattered that side, enough so that I don't think they'll be able to get down to put the back trap, this time. Mazir, you are still to move.
Let's see after, and maybe wait a moment for that chaos to sort of subside just a little. Can I still see the guy holding the trap thing?
Yes, you can see him, and you can see him looking around to try and find his comrades who would have lowered him down to place it on the wall.
What does it look like it's made of?
It looks like a metal.
Oh, this bodes really well. I would like to send some
Oh dear.
burning light at it,
Okay.
and I essentially want to direct all my focus into heating it up, so he can't hold it anymore. And will
I like
burn
it.
his hands. I want him to drop it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a difficulty 4, definitely, because you're still going against him. But yeah, that's great. I love that.
It's an intellect. No, it doesn't. It doesn't cost me any intellect. Haha!
Nice. Do you want to put any effort in?
So I've got a 3 point of effort, and I'm going to put in another point as well, which will cost me some effort.
Fair enough.
And I am now skilled in bending and controlling light, if that helps at all as well.
I think it does. That means it's difficulty 1. You need to roll a 3 or more.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, come
Let's
on
go.
the one. Come on the one.
No. No.
Yes.
You can use an XP to re-roll a 2, but not a 1.
Oh, come on!
Really?
Is that a one again?
That's
But it is a 1.
incredible.
You're terrible.
You're
at
so good.
this.
Different dice.
Been for
Change the
25
dice.
Okay.
Too thick, maybe. Maybe it just makes it a little. I miscalculate, and it's just vaguely warm. I've given him just like a nice hand warmer.
Yes, but actually, you have made him drop it.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it is particularly magnetized, so it has landed on the wall. Well, not magnetized, but it has a gravity thing that sticks it to the wall, and it has stuck to the wall kind of 3/4 of the way down. If activated, it would block the caravans, but would let you to go underneath it.
okay.
So, it's down there, not activated, but also not entirely trapping you. It's a bit of a weird gem intrusion. Why not? It's the Silver Star's turn. They're going to turn it on. So yeah, a giant pillar of rock appears out of the wall behind the caravan. This one takes a long time to move. You get the feeling that the one in front was used quite a lot, and the fact that they've kind of had to do this one very quickly, they haven't set it up like they would have to, so it's pulling this thing out of the wall, pulling a huge amount of stone and separating it from the wall. So it's going to take a little bit of time to do it, but it gets about halfway during their turn. Because that only took one of them, Letty, you are going to get a volley of attacks from the other side. And so I would like you to make some speed defense rolls. Just make 3 for me, please.
Well, I don't think I will, actually,
Okay.
because I have an ability that when I wish it, this is an enabler, a field of manipulated gravity around you pulls all incoming ranged projectile attacks to the ground. You're immune to such attacks until your turn in the next round.
That's great. I'm still going to need you to make one of those defense rolls because it is not a physical thing that is coming at you.
Oh, okay, cool. I am not trained in this at all. So is this speed or might?
This would be might, because that net fires. Oh no, that is a physical thing.
Is it a projectile?
I think it actually is a physical projectile, so it is going to go down onto the top of one of the caravans instead. So actually, you don't need to make that roll. Everything gets pulled down to the ground. The caravans are directly below you, however. So a few of these things stick into the roof of a caravan. There's some vaguely French-sounding screams from inside.
No!
Not screams of pain, just screams of "oh shit." Sorry,
I'd like
now.
it in the French speech.
Yeah. And of course, France doesn't exist in this world, so it's not a French accent. So I can't have a bad accent. And the net and some spears and some like stones that got thrown by whatever machines they've got all pelt the ground below, and you're fine. And it's the caravan's turn as Matilda basically now has Grodon by the scruff of his neck, and is now shouting at Grodon and the Silver Stars above, trying to negotiate, saying that she had a deal with Grodon that they were to get through unmolested, and Grodon has gone back on his deal because he didn't tell her about this and was trying to escape and blah 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 blah. Grodon's just being a dick.
Ugh, he's the worst.
But the Silver Stars above are not particularly bothered by this because they've just had a significant attack against them, so they're a little preoccupied. Clegy and Trenton.
I'm getting out of net. I think that's my action.
Might roll difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Difficulty 3.
I will put a level of effort in.
Nice. So difficulty 2, 6 or more.
8.
8. Yes. Easy enough now that the electricity isn't doing anything. You just spin around and find the bits where it's hooked together, untwist those, and push the net off you, and stand up. You are now free of the net.
Today is a win day. With nets.
Clegy, you have a group of them embroiled in an argument.
Excellent. So, just lay out for me, like, so I'm arguing with 4. Down that way, they've set off the pillar. Up that way, they've been shot up by Letty. Is that right?
Yeah. So, if this is our area of the thing with fighting, you've got the pillar at front. Mm-hmm. You've got caravans down the middle. You've got Silver Star both sides. You've got Letty in the middle, who's destroyed a load of Silver Star on one side. You're kind of at the end of the caravan. My side or the opposite side? Letty?
Probably the opposite side.
Opposite side. And then
so
you're...
there's 6 on one side, 6 on the other, or dozen on the one side, dozen?
Dozen on one side, dozen on the other. Thereabouts.
Okay, right.
Well, less than a dozen on the other side now.
Yes, there are now less than a dozen on the other side.
Okay,
It was a natural 20.
So how many are towards the back end of the pillar? Other than the 4 I've got.
Sorry, the back end of the pillar.
The towards the pillar at the back end of the caravan.
Right.
I can make sentences, honestly.
There's only one.
So it's one person and then my group of 4.
Yes.
Okay. Then what I would like to do is I would like to do crowd control.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to spend effort for this because you said they're level 4, yeah?
They are level 4.
Okay, so I'm going to have to spend 2 levels of effort to be able to do it to level 4s.
Okay.
And I'm going to say to the 4 in front of me. Hold on. Do they look? What are they wearing? Have they got belts and stuff?
Yeah, they're all the kind of basic mercenary gear.
Right. Okay. I'm going to say to them, tie yourselves up.
Okay. I presume this needs a roll of some kind?
Well, I'm never very clear with these because the leadership ones are very different. So, your control is limited to simple verbal commands. All affected creatures respond to the command unless you specifically command them otherwise. And then I have to use my effort to increase the maximum level. So hence 2. And then it just says when the crowd control trick ends, the creatures remember your commands but don't remember being controlled. Your commands seem reasonable at the time, and it takes an action to initiate.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
it's
say
one of
because
those-
you had them enthralled already, there's no
Yeah.
roll needed for this. And you spent the effort to bring it up to a level 4 for it to affect
Yeah.
them. Yeah, absolutely.
I think the leadership ones do seem to be like you do it and it works for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
Most of the other stuff.
They kind of slightly confusedly look at you, and then pulls some of their belts out, and some of them got rope in their packs, and start tying each other up.
Excellent. Well, that's Ford indisposed of, right?
That is Ford especially, yes. Right, Letty Mazir.
One of you.
Go ahead.
Waiting for Letty to sort of cause more chaos or something.
I think Letty's about to cause more chaos. So just
Excellent.
I'm happy to let you go first under the cover of more explosions if you want to do something.
No, you
Okay.
do more explosions.
Okay, I'm gonna put 3 effort in this time because I feel like maybe it was overkill last time. Okay. God, I'm really glad I took 2 rests before this.
How much damage does that do? Remind me.
Flash does 2 points of damage to all creatures or objects within the area.
Right.
If you apply a level of effort to increase the damage, add 2 points of damage for each target. And even if you fail your attack roll, all targets in the area still take 1 point of damage.
Cool.
So I've put 3 levels of effort in, so that'd be 2 damage. I guess
6 extra damage, so it'll be 8
Okay.
damage total.
Okay. Oh, gee, I really overkilled last time. Jeez. Okay.
No, you didn't overkill.
You got a
Yeah,
natural.
10
You got
points
major.
damage last time.
7.
7's not going to do it, so they just take
No.
the 1 damage. That last one really took it out of you. That was a lot of stuff you threw out.
Oh, that's an idea. I've got plenty of XP. Oh yeah, I'll re-roll that.
I've got XP. I was going to give you one of mine, but
That's really kind of you. You don't have to.
have some XP.
Okay, I'll have some XP.
Nice.
Don't get a 1 though.
That's my.
Say that for Dom.
When he said don't get a 1,
Did you?
So you know the big slab of rock that you that you sheared off and had landed against the wall. It hits the opposite wall and cracks in 2. It doesn't destroy the cart. What it does is take a chunk out of the side of it and breaks the floating thing underneath.
Oh,
The
no.
cart lands on the four wheels. The wheels buckle, so one side of it is fucked.
Right.
Which cart was this?
The one in the very middle.
What did it have?
Because
in
there
it?
are three, aren't there?
There are three carts. That will have been the one that Nimchek and Philo are in. And also probably, in that case, Merrin as well.
Right.
Balls.
Can Mizia, I suppose she's going to use her action to go and check that they're all right?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you just shout first. Oh, you're invisible, aren't you, though?
I am invisible.
You used your...
Oh, yeah, I probably am not invisible
Yeah.
anymore.
a huge beam of light to heat up a big metal thing. I think that counts as revealing yourself.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll, yeah, Mizia will shout. Are they alright?
Yep, there's a general shout of, we're okay. Just a bit rattled.
Excellent. Does it look like that thing's gonna move any further? Are they in any further danger? Do I think of that sort of sheet of rock?
No further danger. The other bit kind of fell to the other side of the caravan. It's just the one scraped along the side.
Excellent. Do I think I could climb up the sides of these sort of cliff things?
It would be hard but doable.
I think I can do it.
Okay. It will take you at least 2 turns to get up to the top.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's just not very much I can do from so far away. Yeah, I'll try and climb up, I think.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to take a might roll for this.
Alright, I am trained in acrobatics. If you'll give me that for climbing up.
How are you using acrobatics to climb up?
Parkour. I should be trained in parkour, that's what I need.
I mean, that's a very different type of moving to free climbing. Like,
I do also have free to move, so I ignore all movement penalties and adjustments due to terrain or other obstacles.
it's still going to take you 2, but it's going to be a little easier.
Time, but, I'm just hoping this will lower the difficulty.
Yeah, it definitely does.
And can I use my whip to help? Sort of just like pull me up a little bit.
Again, if you can describe what your whip's catching onto on this kind of fairly sheer rocky wall.
Well, I'm sort of hoping that some of the sort of bits that Letty has pulled down, I'm basically climbing up the sort of like.
You know what? Actually, yes, that's good enough for me. For that natural 20, there's enough that's kind of pulled away to give you a little easier time. Yeah, so we'll bring that down to a difficulty 2.
Excellent. All right, go on.
6
All
on
right.
Another one! Another one!
and we're talking might.
It's not. It is.
Okay, you're not allowed to use that dice anymore.
I told you not to use that dice like 2 ones ago.
Have you got 3 1s and a 7?
Last time.
Yes. That is exactly what
How
they
are
have.
we?
There we go.
Weird. God.
I got a 12. You're rubbish.
I think the only thing I can do is have you fall flat on your back.
Yeah. It's just embarrassing, and it hurts, I imagine.
Take a 4 points damage, because it was originally 4, difficulty 4, so take 4 points of damage.
Ow.
Yeah. Significant thump and like the wind.
Have you rolled anything that isn't a
I
1?
got 7.
Oh, yeah. Out of 4 rolls, he's rolled 3 1s.
And when you gave me an XP, I rolled a 1. I don't think this is just.
Well, the derailing's definitely happening, so that's good.
Okay, it's the Silver Star's turn. And they are
Caravan, isn't it?
Silver Star them caravan.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Silver Star are slightly higher level than Matilda in that lot. Yes, so the Silver Star, the stone pillar behind clunks into place, locking the caravans into there. You can still get under it, but the caravans cannot, which is good enough for the Silver Star's purposes. There are maybe... so if you took out that many, there'd be like definitely under 20, like 15 or so of them left. 4 of whom are tying themselves up. So at this point, I think Clegy and Letty and Mazia, please make speed defense rolls. Actually, no, Clegy make a might defense roll. And the other two
What
make
am I being hit by, please?
a big electric net.
Nice.
Would I still be able to use my field of gravity on this? Or-
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You need to... So it's for the round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to spend
it's
the
until-
points again.
Yes. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, as long as you spend the points again.
So, here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Illusory Evasion.
Okay.
Do I roll and see if I get hit and then enable it?
I don't know what Illusory Evasion is.
When you are hit by an attack, you teleport an immediate distance away, leaving behind an illusory copy of yourself to be struck by that attack instead of you. This destroys the illusion but leaves you unharmed by the attack.
Make the might roll first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't hit you until it kind of ensnares you. In my head.
Okay, that's fine. I thought I'd check. So I will put in a level of effort. It's might. Would my flex skill of acrobatics help me at all, please?
In the rules, it needs to be a speed defense skill, so no.
I thought you said it was a might defense.
Might defense.
You said to me it was a might defense.
Yeah, I did say it was might defense, but normally, like, might defense, like, defense skills are a specific thing.
Okay, yep.
Not normally your normal skills.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. Hold on a sec. You know, all those times I was like, no, I won't take these defendy skills because, you know...
We never get into fights.
Well, I rolled a 16 and I put in a level of effort, so I think
You catch the net and stop it tying behind you and push it off, pulling out those knots from behind before the electrified net turns on. You are not paralyzed in a net. That's good.
Well done, Clegy.
Mazia still needs to make the roll.
Yeah. I've got a 3 level of effort, and I am trained in speed defense.
Lovely.
And that is not a 1.
It's got a 1 in it.
It's a 12.
It's
Yay!
a 12. A 12 is good enough as arrow shafts and spears from above clatter into the kind of stone plate that you've landed on, scattering across the place. You kind of roll out the way of a lot of these coming from directly above. Yeah.
Shooting me after I fell on my butt, it's kind of rude.
It's
Definitely move.
Makes your own
it's
fault.
the caravan's turn.
Yeah.
And Matilda is dragging Grodon over to the broken cart and basically shoving him up the ladder to try and get him more visible to the people above, but they are just not paying attention to her.
Where's George in all of this?
George is basically there with Aldo and Alia, keeping them in. And actually probably would be going to the broken caravan as well to get Merrin out of the way. In fact, that's what the 3 of them are doing. They're going to the central caravan to get them out of there.
Yeah. Cool.
And then Yeah, Clegy and Trenton.
You got any big brain ideas, Trenton?
I just wondered whether the first caravan can get through. What is it? I guess it can't get through because it's still got the stone barriers.
Yeah,
About halfway?
it's so the stone barrier's cracked, but
Yeah.
it was already fairly close to the ground, so
Okay.
it's made no huge difference until you can move that other one out of the way.
Is it a cylinder? Could you roll it?
It is a cylinder.
Could you roll it?
But am I right in
heavy.
thinking here's the wall and here's the floor and there's still a big chunk stuck out
Yeah,
from the disc?
yeah,
And
about halfway
about
across.
Halfway across?
Yeah.
Is the caravan more than half the width? Like, could it get through? If the other half was out of the way, could the caravan get through?
Yeah, you could probably squeeze it through.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try distant activation on the disc to try and make the stone drop away.
Okay.
So from where I'm stood, actually, I'm probably within range. I probably don't even need to do distant activation. Am I within movement range?
Yeah.
Then, sorry, I forgot. I'm trying to remember how Numenera works.
Yeah.
No, I will do distant activation, and I will try and activate it so that retracts or
Okay.
drops off, whatever.
Normally I wouldn't take a roll for this, but because of the way you've broken it specifically, I am going to take a little roll for this.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
because
being
half of
like-
it isn't in its or isn't fully in its range. So yeah, let's do
Okay. Okay. I
That's
have
cool,
understanding Numenera if it's Numenera, and
Yep.
I have specialized in electrical machines if it's electrical machine.
It's Numenera. It is not an electrical machine.
Okay, so that's just trained, and I'm going to put a level of effort in.
Yep.
And I roll 17.
17 is good enough. As you manipulate it ever so slightly, so it picks up the broken half.
Yeah.
So it is in line and starts pushing it all back into the wall.
Brilliant.
Yeah, starts retracting.
And if I have time or have anything left, I'll shout to the first caravan. What's the name of the guy who drives us?
Roads.
Yeah.
Roads. I'll just say, Roads, go. Get the first caravan, get out of here. I'll fix the other ones.
Yeah, he will shout an affirmative in his accent, which is, I think, Scottish. It's been a long time since I've spoken as Rhodes.
Yep.
So yes, he will shout an affirmative and get his Caliptor ready. And as he does, he shouts at you, "Make sure the other Caliptor get out there."
I'm on it, Roads.
Nice.
Not entirely sure how I'm going to do it, but
Yep.
I just at least want one caravan going.
Yeah. Clegy.
Who fired the net at Clegy?
He's standing quite near the front of the caravan, basically above where Trenton's standing.
On my side or on the opposite side?
On your side. Yeah, the people on the opposite side were very preoccupied with Letty and Vizier.
Okay. How far away is that guy from me?
He is a long distance.
It's no fun now. I can just jump there. So I've taken out those four. Yeah, they're dealt with. Yeah,
Yep,
I don't
yep.
have to worry about it.
They are fully
Fine.
tied
I'm
up.
jaunting. I'm jaunting.
Okay.
If it's long distance, I'm literally going to do the same thing again as I did before.
Okay.
Basically, behind them, jaunt, tap on the shoulder, and go, "Really, what the fuck is going on here?" Who is in charge of this debacle?
Yeah, the answer comes back. I'm not entirely sure what the fuck's going on here, but you started it. So it's going to turn on you. Yeah.
Oh.
Letty and Mazia.
The second caravan that is in a bit of a state. Does it look like it could move?
Not without something propping up the side. The wheels on one side are broken.
Right, excellent. I would like to slide a sort of piece of. Let me find the description. I would like to slide a. It's kind of like a can. I'm just gonna like squirt some goo under it.
Okay.
And it's shaped metal. And I would like to make a nice shiny new wheel that matches the other wheels under the caravan to sort of make this work.
Nice. So I'm going to suggest a slight alteration to that. So
Yeah.
the wagon wheels are kind of cracked. So
Yeah.
the metal from the can that you shape, you pull away the broken part of the wheel, twist it so that the broken part is pointing up, and spray this can on so it completes the wheel.
Completes the wheel. That's a better solution than the new wheel completely.
And do this for both of the wheels so it can. It takes a bit of heft to basically twist them around to get the caravan back up. In fact, it takes so much heft that I'm going to ask for a might roll, but the caravan lots are nearby, so they're going to give you a hand, basically all of them together lifting the caravan. So it's going to be a fairly easy one, but
Can some of the shape? So I have 3 meters. I have 3 meter cubes of metal to use. Can some of the metal be used to help prop up the caravan?
in that case, yeah, no roll needed. Absolutely, they will start lifting, and you put like a
Jacking it
jack,
up.
basically, yeah. Combat wheel maintenance, love it. Yeah, and those wheels are now half metal. You spend your turn fixing those wheels up, and it is ready to roll.
FYI, that did come from my bag, but I got a 6, so my bag is still useful.
Indeed, your bag of cipher holding that allows you to safely carry many ciphers without them interfering with each other.
No longer have my shaped metal. That was a good one.
Oh, if it came from the bag, it is actually an action to take something out of the bag.
Well, in which case I take it out of the bag, and next turn I will do that.
Absolutely. In that case, everyone on the caravan, people's turns are going to come around and still lift. Letty.
I think Letty is feeling a bit bad about dropping a bunch of shale on top of the caravan with people in it. But she's in for a penny now, I think. I can't remember what... I've not written the name of this cipher from last time, which I think was a liquid drop or something.
Oh, yes. It's got a weird name.
Yeah, so Letty's rummaging around in the ciphers that she picked up from the mystery ciphers that she picked up from the extra-dimensional lady's house. We rolled these after last session, and now I don't remember what it's called.
I cannot find them in the chat.
Lutin, light drops.
Lutin light drops. Yes, there we are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, so it's a handheld projector that she sort of pulls out of her hand, and she goes like, looks like some sort of gun, and she's thinking this will be less structurally damaging, hopefully, whatever this does, and she's gonna fire it on the other side of the group that she's been targeting, and that it sort of this like ball of contained light like bursts like over the crowd, and it becomes sort of a cloud full of droplets of light within a short distance. It lingers for 1d6 rounds, and living sighted creatures are soothed by the warm glow of the light and fall asleep for a number of rounds equal to the cipher level, which is 7, or until woken by a violent action or an extremely loud noise.
And we're gonna go that way.
So,
Amazing.
question: which side are you pointing this at?
I think I'm pointing it at the side that I've already basically
Cool.
been targeting, with the aim of, if I get everyone, then I can turn around, and when they look up, they can just see that the other side of their group is just all on the ground. Regardless of how they got there, it looks bad. If
Yep.
you know what I mean.
And you
Intimidation.
you do indeed catch all of them on the other side. You've done significant enough damage that there are only a few of them left, and they've all kind of clustered together. So
And the cloud lingers for 2 rounds.
for 2 rounds. So yeah, they all just kind of slump gently to the floor. For all intents and purposes, out of the 5 for 2 rounds. Very nice. Very nice indeed. It is the Silver Star's turn. There are only a few left who can actually do anything.
Good.
One of them is going to basically run the whole length to the other side to try and get near the other machine, to try and turn it on again. But they have to spend their whole turn moving.
So they're coming all the way from the back, all the way to the front where I am.
Yeah,
Excellent.
they are spending their whole turn running.
Excellent.
Towards the one that I've just sent off.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break it.
to try and reactivate it.
No, I want it.
Okay.
Clegy, please make a it will be a might again, as this the one that turned on you and told you that you started it takes the net and shoots at you.
How can he shoot at me when I'm stood next to him?
Carefully.
Good answer. Fair enough.
Yeah, you know what? Because you're right next to him, I'll give him a difficulty. So you have an extra asset on this.
Thank you.
So it's difficulty 3.
Because she's just like, right here. Like, throw it or something. Don't shoot it. Okay, so I'll put in 2 levels of effort. Because, you know, why
Okay.
not?
So we're down to difficulty 1, I think.
Oh, excellent.
No
I was going to
one's.
flippantly ask one of the group to roll for me, but I don't think I will, you know. I got a 10.
A 10 will do it, yeah. An easy, you actually put your hand out and catch the net before it's fully unfurled and throw it to the ground. What are the rest of them doing? There's like maybe 5 on this side still. So I'm going to say that Clegy, please take another speed defense roll.
A speed defense roll
Yes.
now. Gosh. Alright, so again, I will put in 2 levels of. Can I afford it? Yes, I can. I will put in 2 levels of effort for this. And now it is. Would my acrobatics help with this time?
No, because it needs to be defense skills.
Oh, yeah. We discussed this. Luckily, though, it's a 16.
16,
That's very
yep,
hard to
yep. The arrows go flying past and the spear skitters along the ground as 3 of them turn to you and 2 of them have turned back to the ones who've tied themselves up and are cussing them free.
Rude.
They are still trying to tie themselves up. They may free them, but they're not going to do it for long. And it'll take them a turn to realise it. That is Silver Star's turn. Caravan's turn. They are getting back onto the caravan and lifting up this one that needs to be fixed next round. And you know what? The back caravan, I think Rhodes would probably give an order so the back caravan could go around the one that's stuck in the middle. And that is getting out of there. Rhodes thunders on ahead, the Calyptor giving a significant turn of speed, actually. They're not particularly speedy animals, but they can haul things if they need to. You know, they can haul ass if they need to. Yep, that's the caravan's turn, except for Matilda still yelling at them all, and everyone's still ignoring Matilda, which means it's Clegy and Trenton.
I will go. Alright, I'm grabbing the one that tried to net me.
Yep.
Can I effectively grapple him?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a might roll.
Would this be acrobatics?
This I would allow acrobatics, I think.
Yeah, hallelujah! I finally used my flex skill after all this time. It's
You
a
see
minor
Clegy do
miracle.
some kind of ridiculous wrestling move. Jump over into a reverse headlock, and yeah.
Right, again, I'm going to put... How much might have I got left? Oh, I got mine.
Okay.
I will put in 2 levels of effort, please.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So... Okay, this one. That is a 13 plus 2 levels of effort plus my extra.
13 plus 2. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, you have this guy in a grapple hold. You can kind of unshaven up close. There's a smell. He's been out on the road, camping out for a long time. Has not really had much chance to do, personal ablutions, that kind of thing.
I'm going to just, like, when I grapple him, I'm just going to wiggle him a bit closer to the edge.
Okay, okay.
And I'm just going to go, right. Why? What are you doing? Who is in charge? And what do you mean we started it?
Yeah, give me an intimidate roll. We'll have loads of bonuses for this, because, yeah.
It's a pleasant social interaction.
Be fair. Is it an intimidation, did you say?
It's intimidation, definitely.
I have social interactions trained, which does include intimidation. Yay.
Yes, indeed.
Excellent. And would my leadership skill have any use here in, being commanding and all that shit?
I don't think so, but you're already getting tons of stuff for him being next to the edge. So you said you were trained in social interaction. Right.
Yeah. Trained in social interactions.
Cool.
And then
You've got
he's close
2
to the
assets for get him in a grappling close to the edge, and showing him on the other side everyone down.
Yeah.
That's what the other asset's for.
And it's intellect, isn't it?
It's intellect.
Well, I get 1 free edge, and I'll put a second effort in.
Sorry, 1 free edge, one free level of effort is that?
Yeah. Sorry.
You don't need to put that second level of effort in, because they're still only difficulty 4. With your skill, 2 assets, and a free level of effort, he will just begin talking, and he will babble about. They're the Silver Star. They're basically intercepting and skimming a little off the top, but very specifically looking for orders from the Duke in the other town, whose name I've forgotten because it was literally 2 months ago.
Lord Asdrin.
Lord Asdrin, thank you. Not a Duke, a Lord. The orders between Lord Asdrin and the
Other town, yeah.
Threest is the other
Yeah.
town. Communicates between those two towns.
Yeah.
So they could intercept and get specific things sent across that they could nick.
And leader?
Their leader went missing a while ago. A woman called Cinta, along with a fair chunk of them. They were moving further up to see if there was a better place.
Right. Are you in a position to stop the rest of your colleagues from attacking while we sort all of this out?
He says, I think we can come to some sort of arrangement, like frantically looking around at the situation you're all in. And actually now paying attention to Matilda, who has been shouting about this deal made with Grodon. And because Matilda is a lower level than all of these, that's why Matilda couldn't have ever basically got them to pay attention. Starts paying attention and then basically shouts to everyone to call it all off, to just stop. Particularly pointing at Letty, who's basically unleashed hell on the other side. At this point, Mazir at the bottom fixes the cart, and that cart gets out of there as everyone kind of comes to a halt. The three carts are thundering down away, and all of the everyone just kind of slowly stops.
Right. Silver Star.
Yeah?
Cinta.
I'm not... She's...
No, I gathered that. Right, let's all meet down in the valley. We all need to have a conversation, don't we? Now,
Yeah.
I tell you what, don't often give hugs, but you know what? I'm going to hug you, and we're going to go down together.
And as the ropes are let off the side, the four who are tied up, are you letting them untie themselves?
Yes, at this point, I'm like...
Okay.
Clichy's
yeah.
like intensely annoyed at this point.
Cut free of their own belts. Everyone kind of...
Why are you making deals with slavers, Clegy?
Everyone comes down to the to ground level. The people on the other side wake up. The ones who are only asleep wake up, and abseil down, and everyone gets in, ready to have a talk. And because we've hit nearly 1:15, I think that is where we're going to leave it for this evening, and we'll catch up next time we play Numenera. Who knows when that'll be?
Not any of us, apparently.
Thank you.
Thank you all for playing.
Thank you.
That was a good.
Thank you.
I didn't expect you to go.
Celebrity dice roller.
I didn't expect you to go like full aggressive straight away. They were gonna, get you trapped and talk to you. They weren't going to identify themselves until they were in a situation where they were in control, and then they were swiftly not in control.
Well, they shouldn't have been mistaken for slavers from the machine gods.
I think mistaken. I think you mean correctly identified.
Well, I know. If they wear something that's very much like the slavers from a machine god's outfit, this is all on them. They should have checked proprietary before they made their uniforms.
At the end of this, Mizu's gonna she's still very convinced that they're slavers. She's gonna find the book. She's gonna look it up. The uniform's gonna be absolutely nothing to do with it. It's gonna be like purple trees or something like that.
Oh,
But she's not gonna. She's just not. She won't admit it. She'll be like, nah, it was sort of different slavers.
I will say, if you hadn't have burnt the rope, Grodon would have gone up and spoken to them, and that would have been fairly fine. He was just doing it in a really sketchy way. Like, you would have had to pay some kind of tithe. Like, you definitely would have gone back on the deal, but it would have been not a fight. And
You
not
can't.
a broken
The
cart.
thing is, Grodon, untrustable.
Absolutely.
Untrustable
I don't...
Because sandwich eater. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't blame
he
you.
made his bed and very much lay in it in the wizard's tower. So
And to be fair, when you said that a rope had come down, I thought people were going to come down the ropes, which is why
Yeah.
I wanted to burn it.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't even realise he was trying to climb up. And then I was like, oh no, he is trying to escape. Nah, screw him. Still going to burn the rope.
Yeah, I present all the information, hopefully without giving too many clues, just to see what you actually do. And it was nothing if not interesting.
Letty heard ambush, slavers, and was like, right, no one's touching my friend.
Perfectly reasonable. Lots of natural ones.
I mean,
That's
I
how-
saw
our
we
friends
were gonna get
now.
trapped, and I didn't
Yeah.
want us to get trapped.
For
So
once, eh?
Yes. Thank you for being our dice roller.
Time. Be here all week.
Okay, I've got to remember how to end one of these, which I have to re-remember every single time. If you enjoyed our particular brand of chaos and you're not already in the Discord, come join us. Let's chat. Some good games going on. Elfbiter's got a game going on if you fancy playing that one. We've got Mage on Thursday.
yes,
Thursday.
God, yes, we do. Yes, we do have Mage on Thursday. Thank you for reminding me.
And we've got Benefactor on Friday, so Mage the Awakening,
Yeah,
the
essentially,
20th anniversary edition. I know that
we
much.
ascend. We do not awaken.
Oh,
We
sorry.
are awakened. We ascend.
Mage the Ascension, yes. The Awakening is the one that Dave doesn't like. And D&D
And if
5e
you-
on Friday.
Yeah, and if you don't like time of week, of days, if you don't like days in general, then you can catch up any day of the week on our YouTube channel, and you can find old shows such as the Lancer campaign and all sorts of other great games.
Yeah.
There's pirates in there, and you can watch what we did for a whole year ago nearly, which is wild.
over and over and
Oh,
over
yeah.
again.
Over again.
Just have it on repeat. Any session we don't, anytime we don't have a game a week, you just watch one of the old. Yeah.
I mean, they're going to go through them like, I don't know. They've probably gone through them already about 4 times the number of sessions we don't have.
Sometimes, even if we are playing, even if I'm in it, I've got 4 more screens with episodes playing over and over again.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of it. Sometimes I think I can, but then I realise I was wrong. I just get another one. There's not enough screens.
Thank you for that glowing review. Right.
Right.
Unless there's anything else from anyone. I think that's us done. Thank you all
We
for
will be a
watching.
few weeks. We will be a few weeks. We're
We will
sorry.
be a
We're
few
not sure
weeks.
when we'll be back, but we will be a few weeks.
Yeah.
Again, sorry.
In
Life,
May.
See you in
Mondays
May.
are not a thing.
Okay, so it won't be May now. Well done, guys. What did I tell you?
I ruined it.
Before we jinx the next month, I'm not going to say the name of it. I'm going to stop us. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. It's been
Good night.
great. Good night.
Night.